I am currently a small animal veterinarian working out of Brunswick Veterinary Hospital, which is in Orrigsburg. Everybody knows it as Frederici's. Used to be theirs. I bought it almost 6 years ago. So my history is I've been a vet almost 15 years and started off doing mixed animal, then went into equine, which is all horses, and now I'm into small animal. Okay, and I'll get into, you have a lot of different options with being a veterinarian. Basically, first things first is schooling. Just like what was discussed earlier with being an optometrist, you have to do 4 years first of an undergraduate degree. Most people get a bachelor's of science in biology, maybe animal science, and then after that, if you're fortunate to get into veterinary school, because there's only 28 of them across the nation, and there's a lot of competition to get into veterinary school, then you spend 4 years in veterinary school. So to get into vet school, you really have to not only have good grades. 4.0 is nice, but at least 3.5 or higher. You have to have good scores on your postgraduate exams if they still do those, which I think they do. And you not only have to have those two things, but you also have to show that you're well-rounded, have a lot of extracurricular activities, leadership skills, because as I was talking to somebody earlier about, all these animals come attached to people, so you have to be able to interact with people and do well with people too. And so they don't want somebody who's just a bookworm who can be a 4.0 student but who can't interact with the people as well. So it's really important to be well-rounded. There is nothing wrong with going to vet school later in life, or if you don't get in the first year, to keep on trying. That's looked upon very favorably as well. Most of my classmates were in their 30s in vet school. One even became a grandfather. He was in his 50s. So, it's not something that if you don't even go into it right away, don't think you can't. You can do that at any time. When you get out of vet school, then you have to pass a national board exam. It's a pretty grueling test, but very doable. And then whatever state you want to practice in, you have to pass a specific exam for that state, and then you're licensed for that state. As of now, once you're a veterinarian, you can practice on any species. There's talk that may be changing because it's so encompassing. You have to know so much that they actually may start doing tracking where you either have to do small animal or large animal. I don't know if that's ever going to happen, but right now, once you're licensed, you can go out and do what I did. You can do mixed animal. You can do, which includes ruminants, cows, sheep, goats, llamas, alpacas, dogs, cats, of course. You can do exotics. I've had to deal with snakes, iguanas, birds, those type of things as well. So you can do mixed animal, or you can specialize just in horses or just in small animals, really depending on what your preference is and what you would like to do. Starting salary for a vet, I think currently from reading in the journals, is around $55,000, maybe $60,000, depending on the area and depending what you want to do. The salary range can go up in the six-figure range for practice owners, people who have been doing it a long time, or specialists. And that's another option. If you have a particular area of interest, you can become a specialist. Of course, that requires more training. You have to do an internship and then 2 to 4 years of a residency, just like being a doctor, basically, a human doctor, and you can specialize in one of the many fields. You can specialize in dentistry, surgery, cardiology, dermatology, behavior, reproduction, ophthalmology, preventative medicine. There's so many things. Now, that being said, specialists get paid more and you just have to do one thing. General practitioners, which 2/3 of us are, have to be able to be proficient in all those areas. We're not specialists, but in a given day, I may go in on a Tuesday, it's my surgery and appointment day. I may have to spay a dog, which involves major surgery to remove uterus and ovaries, neuter a dog, which is removal of testicles, remove a lump, extract some teeth, do a dental, and then go ahead and maybe my first appointment might be in heart failure. Have to deal with a skin condition. It's such a varied job. You have to know a little bit about everything. Then, of course, too, if you're doing even dogs and cats, you can't treat them the same. Cats are so different. A lot of drugs you can use on a lot of other animals you can't use on cats. You'll kill them. So there's a lot of nuances, and there's a lot of variation. It's not dull or boring at all. You also have to have business sense if you want to be a business owner. I'm a business owner as well, and that's a bit of an eye-opener too, that you have to be able to manage the practice and keep your staff happy, the clients happy, and try to manage all that. And it is a business. You have to be able to survive doing that. Some other options, besides being just a general practitioner or even a specialist, you can go into teaching. I know some veterinarians who are teaching either undergraduates or other fields. You can go into research. You can work for the military. You can work for the government. We are responsible for the safety of our food supply. Veterinarians are. It's very important. You can work for a pet food company or a pharmaceutical company as well in research or as a representative. Actually, an interesting note is it's a vet who discovered how West Nile virus was spread, which affects both people and pets. not a human doctor. It's a vet. So a lot of times vets are responsible for human health almost as much as pet health. So if you're interested, I have a table. There's some brochures.